Hey, GH peeps, what's happening? It's your girl, Twerry Babes, coming at you with the late night review for Taco Tuesday. Hey, Taco Tuesday. It is Tuesday, guys, February the 6th, 2024. Did somebody say we had 200 subscribers? Yes, somebody did. When I checked it this morning, because I checked it last night when when Sandy hit me up and said, girl, congratulations on the 200. And I was like, oh, I thought we were like, 190 something. I checked 200. I'm like, let's play a little celebratory song. Woohoo! That's how we gonna play, because YouTube don't play that. They'll be like, sorry, copyright. But that song was dedicated to you guys. Thank you. We are celebrating 200 subscribers. I am shook. I'm shook. There's a lot of talent out here talking about General Hospital right now. I'm in a bunch of giant legends, you know what I'm saying? And I am just very humble and very appreciative of you guys hitting that subscription button and following me all this time. I hope I continue to earn your subscriptions, and I want you to personally know that I truly, truly do appreciate it. And for those who haven't subscribed and are interested in hearing more about, GH and late nightness, hit that subscription button. And for those of you who do like the content and said, hey, good video, Twerry, hit that like button. The like button does help, as it pushes my video out into the soapy algorithm of things. But anyway, thank you guys. I really do appreciate it. So let's talk about one of my favorite subjects, General Hospital. Was GH given or was GH given, y'all? I was like, what? I was like, Sonny, did you just threaten Dex unaliving? You gonna make him beg to be unalived? And did you just help Dex get unalived? Did y'all see that? I mean, I seen the connection. Let's see. Michael put the money into the account. They're checking in Dex's finances. Now Dex has some money in his account after the attempted life of Sonny. I'm like, oh my goodness, could they have not? So I guess the next thing is going to be happening. Explosion is going to be the Dex Michael story, which I'm kind of happy about because I just want to, move on to some nice juiciness. And it's looking like they might, tag the Jason storyline to this because we all know who's really going after Sonny. It's not Dex, okay? But anywho, that was one of my highlights. I have a couple others that are, sprinkled through the story. But let's talk about it, guys. And as always, please leave your likes, your highlights, and your comments in the comment section. I really do love the interaction, guys. So let's talk about it. Was GH given any thrills, pills, chills? The Sonny thing kind of gave you chills. I don't know. Let's talk about it. So we're at the deception at the cowboy shoot. And guys, they say a leopard never changes her spots. Lucy never changes her spots. I would like to say I'm surprised that her and Scotty made a baling in the hay. I would like to say I'm surprised. I would like to say I was shook. I would like to say, oh my gosh, did they really? But unfortunately, I wasn't. And if anything, I was kind of bored. Because I'm like, they did this whole entire story with Tracy and Scotty and all this mess that was kind of interesting, only for us to lead with Scotty and Lucy hooking up. But let's talk about it, guys, because I was like, ooh, thank God for new writers. So Scotty, so after they do the kiss, and then they start kissing again, and of course you know what happened after that, grown folk stuff. And Scotty's like, he knows that he wants it, but I don't know what Scotty really wants. I think he's just on the rebound for Liesl. And says, and you want it too. And so they, they hate dancing. Meanwhile, we're at Metro Court, and Tracy and Martin are going back and forth, and Tracy's finally, having conscience, which I know for Tracy is kind of hard to have a conscience. especially a guilty one. But she's definitely has a guilty conscience. And she's sitting there fiddling with the flowers as Martin's talking about how she's over here gloating because he broke up with, he finally broke up with Lucy and all this other kind of stuff. And Tracy's like, look, man, it was my fault that you and Lucy broke up. And he's like, what? Your fault? How is it your fault? And didn't you know what I'm saying? You're just over here trying to make me feel worse. And he's going back and forth and da-da-da. And Tracy tells Martin about how she was manipulating him and misleading him and putting things in his head. And I'm like, and you're a lawyer, Martin. You're the lawyer. And Tracy Q is the queen of what she does. Look what she did to Ned and Olivia. But at the same time, and, Olivia and Lois. This is Tracy's thing, but come on, guy, you're supposed to be a lawyer. But anywho, and she tells him that, she's trying to be honest now, and she's trying to stop playing these games. And she tells him about how Lucy and Scotty were plotting against her, and how she was like, okay, well, I'm going to get them back. You know what I'm saying? And, you just got tangled up in it, and I'm sorry for that. Let's just say, Martin did not want to hear no effing sorries. And I'm like, and he's up there grabbing the table and screaming on her face, calling her selfish and self-centered, and how could she? And Tracy's like, boy, bye, I've done worse. And I'm like, yes, she has. She's done way worse. Okay, boo? And didn't feel no fucks at all about what she did. Not one care was given when Tracy used to roll over on people. Let's just be real. And instead of him sitting over there berating her, he needs to get his butt over there and make up with Lucy. Meanwhile, we got these crazy fools getting up haze all over the place, in the clothes, in the hair, and I'm like, could you do something, Lucy, that don't shock me? You are just so predictable. She is so freaking predictable. And this is my issue with Lucy, okay? And I like me some Lucy. I ain't got no problem with the Lucy. Or the Scotty, actually. I like them two together. I don't know why we had to have a whole entire story dragging Tracy and everybody else into this when they should just put them two together because they both ratchet. But, make a long story short, Lucy is questioning her choices. And Scotty thinks it was amazing. And Lucy thinks it was a disaster. And I'm thinking, why couldn't we have done something better than to get these two back together if this is what we were going to do? Okay? Because this was stupid. Okay? And Lucy has been known to jump into bed with Scotty on more than one occasion. And Lucy is too old. That's what I was going to say. Lucy is too old to be making these same mistakes. Damn, girl, grow up. Damn. You like 80 years old, still making the same damn mistake. Okay, she ain't 80, but you know what I'm saying. So, meanwhile, we're back at the Metro Court, and now Martin's trying to get Lucy on the phone, and of course Lucy can't answer because the phone's probably stuffed under some haystack or hay bale or in Scotty's pocket. Who knows? And admits that he's an idiot, to which I agree. You are a big idiot. Why would you trust the woman that hates your woman? Why would you trust that? And you're a lawyer. Couldn't you see the underplay for the overplay? Tracy is the truth. I will get you. I will stand on that. She is good at her works. But damn, boy. Anywho, and he's talking about how she may not forgive him. And Tracy says this, and I cannot believe Tracy said this. And Tracy can't even believe she said this. She says, well, if you give up that easy, maybe she should not take you back. And I was like, Tracy, did you just defend Lucy? Let me check your temperature, girl. Oh yeah, you a little warm, girl. You a little warm. And Martin wants to know why Tracy finally confessed. And Tracy points her head toward Gregory, and I'm like, oh. And I kind of figured, he was rubbing off on her a little bit, which Tracy probably don't like, and she tells him that she doesn't like later on. And she was like, why indeed? Meanwhile, we're gonna head back over to the Scotty Lucy love affair on the haystack. And Scotty's trying to convince Lucy that they didn't do nothing wrong and that they're both single and they can do what they want to do. And I'm like, it's not about the doing what you want to do. It's about if you really truly love this man, are you really going to jump in the bed with another man? And this is what made me look at Lucy like, I am so effing tired of you and this dumbness. If you want Scotty, just be with Scotty. Don't be treating Scotty like that. And I feel like she's treating Scotty like crap. And she kind of did with this whole entire situation. Because she's talking about, oh, so Lucy's like, I can't be proud of sexing Scotty when she just got, broke up with her boyfriend. And she tries to play like it just happened. And, it was just all emotional. And she was just all in her feelings, which Scotty kind of led her that way. But Scotty's like, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You need to be more honest with yourself on this one. And I'm like, hell yeah. Because you gotta have some feelings for somebody. You just don't hop in the bed with somebody right after you broke up. I don't like slut shaming people. That's not my thing. But if it's a duck and it quacks like a duck. Moving along. Scotty tells Lucy that their spark is still lit. Obviously, because y'all lit it all over the hay. I'm surprised it didn't go up in fires. And this is the most beautiful thing I heard him say. Being with her is natural. It's like breathing. And I'm like, you know what? He's got a point because y'all both tragic and toxic. So yeah, and you've both done this many, many times. And Lucy brings that up about their many failed chances of getting together. About their cheating, about their hurting good people, about their corny ass schemes that always backfire in their faces. And like I said, her shoes are amazing. And Scotty says, well, maybe those times are different and maybe this is our time. So I really felt like, does Scotty really, maybe he's not under a rebound from Lisa. Maybe he does have some feelings for Lucy. Anyway, he was saying some real shit. And he was actually really being honest. And I felt like he was. And Lucy finally admits that, well, yeah, we are close. And I can't be my natural toxic self when we're together. And I'm like, you don't want to be messed up when you messed up people. You want somebody that's going to uplift you, Lucy. That's why you were supposed to be with Martin, because he was supposed to make you better. And just then when they are about to get it on again, that's when Martin walks in and he's like, just look at this nastiness. And I was like, see, Martin, you shouldn't... He starts talking about what he's seeing. She's like, well, you broke up with me. I could do what I want to do. He's like, damn, woman, we just broke up 15 minutes ago. And I'm coming over here to apologize to you because Tracy Quartermaine confessed that she was being manipulative and playing in the backfield because she thought that she knows that you guys are running a game on her. And that's when Scotty and Lucy look at each other. I'm like, did y'all really think the intelligent Tracy Quartermaine was going to fall for this? This is why, Lucy, this is why you don't win, because you don't think. Ugh, I love Lucy, but today she reminded me how yeah. So anyway, they basically, he's like, you know what, she was right. She was right, because look what I walked into. And she's like, but but I love you, and I do care about you, and we do have history. And he's like, and that's what's so sad, is because I love you too. But I'm done talking. I don't even know if I want to ever see you again. And he walks out. And Lucy's like, oh my God. I just lost the man of my dreams. And Sky's like, forget him. And she's like, boy, bye. Just leave me alone. He's like, you don't deserve this. She said, yes, I do. I am a horrible person. I just lost the man of my dreams and I come and have sex with you. And I'm like, did Lucy just have an awakening? Because meanwhile, Tracy is having an awakening. And I'm like, oh my gosh, there's hope for Lucy yet. Guys, there may be hope for her. I don't know. But I like the fact that first of all, she made Scott kick rocks, even though they'll probably end up back together anyway. But she's right. You are horrible because you don't just, your actions show where your heart is. Your actions do. Meanwhile, we got Gregory apologizing to Tracy at the Metro Court because he was on that phone call, trying to get in touch with the doctor and everything. And Tracy's like distracted. And he's like, well, do you still want to eat? And she's like, nah, I lost my appetite. And he's like, well, I did see you, talking to Martin. I'm sorry I left you here so long. Did he upset you? And she's like, no, actually, it's you. You are upsetting me because I am being nice and I don't like it. Your friendship is changing me. I'm getting soft. Gregory wonders if that's a bad thing. And Tracy tells him he doesn't have to live with the consequences. And then she realizes that she said about living and not living. And she's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And he's like, busting his ass off because he's happy that he is finally being talked to like a normal person, and he hopes Tracy does not change that. And I like Tracy and Gregory, and I mean, he does want Tracy to stay a little spicy, which I love Tracy staying a little spicy, but a little softening of her heart won't hurt. And if they were able to find some miracle cure to prolong Gregory's ALS, is just like, well, can't cure you, but you can live. Like, I'm pretty sure Finn's going to find some beta blocker that can block his father from developing and dying from ALS and kind of walk back his symptoms. And he still has it, but he's going to live forever. And they put him and Tracy together because I actually do like him and Tracy together. That's what a couple is supposed to do. They're supposed to uplift one another. And I think Tracy and Gregory are good. I like them. And she had him busting a bubble. Even though I didn't really, I was like, but I guess he's sick. He's dying. He's tired of making him feel like a bad, like he's an egg. He wants to be treated normally. So I don't blame him for that. So if Tracy can make him feel normal, then I'm glad she's there for it. So we're going to go over to the PCPD. Oh, Jesus. And we got Mr. John Jagger catching up with Robert. He's like, no, it's John now. We know John. And they talk about how Robert survived his cancer, and Robin and the family and the awesome grandkids that are doing all these super fiddle cataphagic aspiacidocious kind of shit. And John, they talk about the arrest of Anna, and John's like, oh yeah, that was me. And Robert's like, hey man, you can't be arresting my baby mama. And he's like, dude, she's trying to look out for Sonny Corinthos. And I'm like, no, she's not trying to look out for Sonny Corinthos. She's trying to put a leash on Sonny Corinthos. I can't let that go, guys. That's what she said. She said that. Okay? And Robert agrees because, of course, he can't stand Sonny either because, Robert's had it out for Sonny ever since the beginning of time. And, but still, you can't put my baby mama in jail. You gotta let her out. I got her back. You gotta let her out. This ain't working for me. And John don't like it, but he don't like the fact that they're keeping info from him either. And Robert talks to him more, and he ends up saying, well, if you free him, you can get the information. I'll make sure of that. And John still don't trust him, and he says, how you gonna get Anna to say to comply? And Robert tells him that Anna responds better to those who are on her good side. And Robert would know. And John ain't convinced, but finally relents as long as Robert keeps the girls, the ladies, in line. I said, okay, so we got Robert keeping Anna and Jordan in line, and Anna keeping Sonny in line. This ought to be interesting. Robert tells him he owes him one, and John actually, and I remember Jagger, he finds it hard to believe that he's getting a favor owed to him by the DA from all the crap that Jagger used to do, because Jagger, before he became a cop, was a hot mess. Okay? And Robert says, man, you need to be proud of the good man that you become. But anyway, so meanwhile, Dante's downstairs talking to the girls, you know, Anna and Jordan, because they're in the clink clink. And I'm going to talk about that. And then I'll jump back into the whole entire other conversation. And Jordan wants to give up the info so they can be free. And Anna's like, we're not giving up nothing. This is the only thing that we have is bartering evidence. And we can see who's the cop and who's the spy. That's when Dante, and she says, Anna doesn't want to give up the leverage, and she hopes for one of their friends to come and help them out. And that's when Dante walks in. He's like, oh, you mean a friend like me? And I'm like, what are they doing to my baby daddy? Why is his hair looking like this? He look older than his daddy. Dante looks older than his daddy. What is the colorist? We need this to be cleaned up. New writers, you gotta fix this. Dante looking older than his daddy. He's not that old. I mean, he's old, but he's not that old. It's just Sonny ain't even got that much gray hair, and it don't look good with him. Then he had on a gray suit. Oh, he just looked washed out. It was just horrible, 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 horrible. Moving along. So Dante asked them, after he says, you mean a friend like me, he asked them what's going on. And Anna tells him about the feds arresting them for obstruction for an obstruction charge. And Dante's like, really? And then he wants them to tell him that he wants them to tell everything that went down. And they tell Dante about everything that happened, and he says, nah, man, you got to tell me way more than this, because this can't be just what's going on. And then Anna tells him about the shooter, and about there's a shooter out here, single shooter, that's out here gunning for all these victims with the same rifles that came from the stolen WSB thing, and they all have something in common. And I'm like, this is what drives me crazy with that. Like, you can't put two and two together. They're criminals. They all go after crime lords. Guys, we sitting here like crime lords for 200, crime lords. Ain't nobody listening to us, though. We could help PCPD solve half their crimes if they just listen to us. But I guess there wouldn't be a story. So Dante tells them about so Dante's like, what? Well, there was another attempt on my father's life. And Anna's like, oh my God, is he okay? And I'm like, oh my God, are we going to get Sonny and Anna still? The leash moment? I'm just talking shit. And Dante's like, he's not sure. Yeah, so they're like, well, you got to get us out of here because, you know, we got to help what's going on. And Dante's still not sure about letting them free. He's like, what can y'all do? All y'all going to do is get in the way. And they're like, look, Jordan brings up some good points. Number one, the feds don't want to work with nobody. Number two, Sonny ain't the feds' favorite person. And number three, Anna says that we are the best to help Sonny. And while we're in here, we just can't have anybody shooting at him. And I'm like, Anna? Finola is caring about somebody shooting at Sonny when it used to be her just wanting to bring Sonny down? Could there still be a possibility? One can only hope. I know it ain't gonna happen, but I still like them two together. It just seems like, you know, the good and the bad mingling. I like it. The good with the bad, and they're both good and bad at the same time. Dante finally agrees, but hopes he does not regret it. So that's when Dante walks up to Robert and tells them about, you know, the girls, about Jordan and Anna being in jail. And Robert tells him about, I just talked to the FBI agent, and he's going to let Jordan and Anna free. And Dante's like, Oh, okay. So Robert goes and walks, does his thing, tells Jagger that, or John, that he'll see him later. Maybe they can hook up later. And Dante goes to introduce himself, like, "Hello, I'm Dante," and then and John's like, "Yeah, Sonny Corinthos' son," and I'm like, "Oh God, this is how we're starting this conversation." You're not "Hello, Detective Falconeri." Oh, you're Sonny Corinthos' son. And this makes me wonder, guys, because we all know Michael's about to truly fall out of his father's graces when they find out about the Dexalex. You know what I'm saying? Are they placing Dante? I know they're making Dante Sonny's favorite son. I don't care about that. But are they getting Dante prepped to take over the business? I just don't think Dante would be good in this situation as far as that goes. He's always been about law and order, but it seems like every time he has to deal with the fact of them always bringing up that Sonny is his father. And I wonder if John's going to give Dante any issues about him being a police officer and in his dad, because John does bring up the stone. Well, him and Dante talk about Stone, and Dante's like, "Oh yeah, Stone was very close to my dad, and so my dad from the old days." And he's like, "Yeah, we have history." And Dante's, "And now you're the FBI agent that's investigating a case that involves my father." Yeah, so I wonder, we all wonder, are the police force going to push Dante into a corner where he has to choose the law over his father? And I have a feeling he's going to choose his dad. But moving along, I want to just jump over to right here. So Dante, while Dante and John are having that discussion, Robert now comes down to gloat to Anna and Jordan. And let me see. Yeah, Robert comes down to gloat, and he tells him that he has good news and he has bad news. Charges have been dropped, but you gotta stay out of the investigation. And of course, Jordan and Anna ain't trying to do that. They're like, "Nah, we too close to this. We almost found out who did it. And if the FBI hadn't raided in at that time, we would have known the suspect." And I was like, she's got a point there. They were very close. Actually, they were closer than the FBI. So Robert's like, "You know what? If you do this again, I'm not going to be able to keep saving you guys, and you're just going to end up right back in jail." And that's when Anna decides to take Laura's deal. Hello and welcome, Anna, the police commissioner for Port Charles. What? Because it's the right timing. So, like I said, we down there, and Dante and John are discussing Stone and Sonny connection and all that good stuff. And that's when Anna and Jordan walk in, and he's like, "Oh, so you're going to work with me. You're going to go ahead, step down and let me, you're going to tell me my information." And it's like, "No, I'm actually not. I'm going to continue to investigate as the new police commissioner for Port Charles. So either you're going to work with me or you're not." And now we're going to get to the juicy bit. The juicy bit. To me, this was so hilarious. We're at Sonny's penthouse, and Sonny questions the source. The source, of course, is Brick. Did y'all hear how high-pitched Brick's voice? It ain't me. What you talking about? This ain't me. No, bro. I've known you for years. Why would it be me? I was like, did y'all... Brick's voice, Steven's voice got high-pitched. I don't think so. Because Brick ain't happy about it one bit. And he's like, "Answer me, Sonny. Answer me. Do you think it was me?" And Sonny's like, Whoa, motherfucker. Whoa, you sit down and chill, bruh. I'm the boss. I get to scream at people and put people on meat hooks. You don't scream at me." And Sonny tells him, like, "Look, man, I've known you for a long time. And maybe you've had a breaking point. And, maybe you didn't know you could come to me about something. Something before you did something that you shouldn't have did. Brick's like, man, of course I would, dude. We've been through everything together. Why would I mess this up now? Voice still high. Sonny's like, look, man, I didn't think it was you, but I had to question. And I'm like, what do you mean you didn't think it was him? All fingers pointed to Brick at first, because Brick is the one who hired everybody. Hired all the security detail, vetted all of the security detail. So in all rights, Sonny did have the right to question you, Brick. And instead of raising your voice all high pitched and like, no, man, it ain't me, you've been like, nah, bruh, it ain't me. Why would I do that to you, man? I have nothing to gain for that. We've been friends for forever. Friends for forever. And Brick tells Sonny about so Brick finally is like, you know what, since you got me in the hot seat, I did do a little service for Jordan, a little favor. And he's like, oh, you working for the cops? He said, well, she's not a cop, actually, but, a favor in the mayor's office. And Sonny's like, that works out. But that doesn't tell me who the rat is. So Brick thinks it's Dex. I'm not even going to go through all this other convo. Brick thinks it's Dex. His fingers and his eyes and his nose is sniffing out Dex. And he says he is rarely wrong. And Sonny's like, nah, man, nah. It ain't Dex. He's been proving himself. He don't know nothing about the business. Brick like, he don't need to know. All he needs to know is the when, where, and how. And I'm like, Dex is too naive. If you really were the security guy that you would know that Dex don't got it in him. He don't. And Sonny's like, dude, I put him to the test. I made him put him in a fortunate situation, and it was a break or no break, and he chose to do what I asked with no kind of questions asked. I don't think it's Dex. But you know what? Check everybody. Run everybody. Look into everything. And Brick's like, and if it is Dex, I'm going to make him beg for unaliving. And I'm like, oh, you mean like when you put him on the meat hook the last time, Sonny? You're going to do that again? And I'm just like, I am so tired of Sonny running reckless. Just no kind of sitting down thinking, this man don't trust nobody. He's pointing fingers at everybody. I mean, if somebody wants to bring somebody's organization down, this is how they do it. They stop them from trusting their family, trusting the people closest to them. They start seeing people after them. Sonny has done this before when Sonny was going through his bipolar phase. He was seeing enemies everywhere. If I didn't know, I would think the man was not taking his medications. But I need Smike to go away, and I need Sonny to come back. I need somebody to come back, the thinker of this organization, because obviously this just ain't happening. So we're going to fast forward over to Michael. And we got Dex coming to see Michael at Aurora. And Dex tells Michael about the attempt on Sonny and them life and what happened. And, he reassures Michael that everybody's okay. I didn't take a lot of notes on this because I was so annoyed with the both of them. And Michael's like, oh, I'm just so happy you're there. This is why I wanted you there, so you can keep an eye on my dad. So this is why I wanted you to stay in. So if something like this happens, that you could be there for my dad, because he's not paying attention and he's just spiraling and he's going here and going there. And Dex is like, look, dude, if I start looking deeper into what's going on with your dad, he's going to be looking at me thinking I'm up to something. And what is Michael? And Michael says, I'm gonna pay you for this. And so he wires money to Dex, and Dex is like, I don't care about the money. I just want to make sure Joss and the family is okay. And Michael said, we gonna make sure everything's good. Just as soon as you find out something, report it back to me so I can help. And I'm like, this is about to blow up in everybody's face, because Brick is about to report on all of Dex's finances, and of course they're going to see the large money that was just put into Dex's account. Somebody about to be up on the meat hook, and Michael's going to have to finally come clean with his dad about what he did. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I will be happy for that part of the story to end. Even though my heart will be kind of sad, because the last thing Sonny needs is to be estranged from all of his family while he's being attacked. that is all I got to talk about, guys, today. I hope I covered all the stories. If you like the content, please hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscription button. You guys are amazing. Have an amazing night and have an amazing morning. I'll talk to you later. Mwah! Oh, we're doing a live on Saturday, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Talk to you later.